Welcome everybody to your Week 5 CCC recap. We're going to get things kicked off with an exciting Group C matchup between the reigning champs UW-Madison and UNC Chapel Hill, both behemoths of last season, and they're going to duke it out in the very first matchup of Week 5. UW-Madison, Simon Kellum for UW-Madison, going to take Bhuvanesh on UNC Chapel Hill all the way to solve number 5 on set number 1. Simon, not a great solve to finish things off a 9.94, but it's going to be close. Bhuvanesh going to get a 9.99, so Simon able to take that first set for UW-Madison by just 0.5 of a second. Moving into set number 2, things are going to be all tied up. North Carolina looking to get something on UW-Madison. Can't let the reigning champs get ahead early in the game. Zachary going to come away with a 7.23 in solve number 5. So going to leave some room for me here to work, but going to put some pressure on him. It's going to be close to me here. Going to get a 7.6. So Zachary able to take set number 2 for UNC Chapel Hill. Set number 3, Carey going to sweep Zeke. Surprisingly, moving into set number 4, UNC up on UW-Madison now in the final solve of set number 4. Simon up 2-0 on Bhuvanesh. Bhuvanesh going to get a 7.25. Simon going to walk away with a 6.66. So he's going to be able to sweep Bhuvanesh in set number 4 here. Moving into set number 5, things are all tied up again. Mahir taking Zachary to 5 solves. Mahir going to get the final solve kicked off. A rough last layer, going to get a 9.82, leaving a lot of opportunity for Zachary to work here. Just looking to beat that 9.82 and go up on UW-Madison again. Securing some points for the team. Going to get a 7.14, so North Carolina securing at least 1 point for them against UW-Madison. And moving to the final set, Zeke and Carey going to 5 solves again. Carey going to get things kicked off in solve number 5, the 7.71. One of his slower solves this matchup. So Zeke looking to beat the 7.71 and tie this matchup. He's going to get a 6.46 and tie things for UW-Madison. So both teams going to come away with some points, but it's going to be a rough match for both teams. Hard-fought battle for those points. Moving on to this Group H matchup between Virginia Tech and UC Davis. The first 2 sets going to be sweeps for Virginia Tech. So we're going to drop you here in set number 3 in the final solve. Chris 8.87 in solve number 5. Matthias looking to put some points up on the board for UC Davis. He's going to have an opportunity here to solve definitely within his range. But the timer ticks past 6 seconds, so you can see only 2 F2L pairs solved. Catastrophe strikes in F2L for Matthias, and he's not going to be able to take this set for for UC Davis. So Chris taking Virginia Tech up 3-0 on UC Davis. Going to secure some points for them. Move on to set number 4. Hamza able to get a solve on Benson here. Benson going to come away with a really good solve at a +2, a 6.5. The +2 going to take that to an 8.5, but he's still going to secure that set for Virginia Tech. Moving on to set number 5, we're going to have Naomi for UC Davis getting things kicked off. Solve number 2, Benjamin taking that first solve, 7.4 to 13.3. She's going to get a good 8.64. Definitely something that Benjamin can take care of, but a bit of a slower start in cross here. Some pausing going into OLL. Some lockups in PLL going to cost him. He's going to get an 8.84. So Naomi clutching up here with an 8.64. We're going to put some points up on the board for UC Davis here. Going into the next solve, Benjamin going to come away with a really great 6.68. His fastest solve of the match. Now moving into set number 6, Matthias looking for some redemption here. Taking this set to solve 5 again. Really good 7.4. We're going to put a lot of pressure on Chris. Definitely within his range, but going to be tricky here. Some pausing early in F2L, some pausing into OLL, and some lockups. And a +2, a 7.81. Going to get +2 into a 9.81. So Matthias able to put some points up on the board for UC Davis. Next up, we have a Group F matchup between Brown and UT Austin. We're going to get kicked off with Praveen in set number 1. It's a really fantastic solve. Going to get a 6.93. A great solve from him. Moving into set number 2. Alexander up 2-0 on Tristan. UT Austin really looking to get some points going. They've had a rough season so far, especially compared to last season. Tristan going to get a 9.12, almost a +2, but not quite. Alexander looking to respond to that and take set number 2, but he's going to struggle a bit in the early stages of the solve and flip the blue and green cross pieces, and he's going to get an 11.13. So Tristan able to take a solve for UT Austin, but ultimately Alexander going to come away with that set. Moving into set number 3, Hewon and Jeremy taking it to 5 solves. Hewon going to get a 7.48. Going to be tough for Jeremy to respond to this, but definitely within his range. This would allow UT Austin to get some points going, but some difficulties early on in the solve and a little late to recognize that T-perm. Jeremy's going to get a 9.04, and Hewon able to take solve number 3 for Brown. Moving into set number 4, despite taking set number 1, Praveen going to struggle here. Anish up 2-0 on Praveen in solve number 4. Praveen going to get a 10.33, but it looks like it's going to be a +2. So it'll be put down as a 12.33 for Praveen. So giving quite a lot of room for Anish to play with here. He usually averages around a 10 or 11. So still going to have to lock in a bit here. Looks to be off to a great start. And he's going to be able to do it with a 10.3 with that +2. Going to give him a secure win. So UT Austin able to get a setup on the board. Alexander going to sweep Tristan. But in set number 6, Jeremy taking Hewon to solve number 5. Going to get a 7.79 to get things started off. Hewon looking to make a statement here. Take another set for Brown. Jeremy just looking to hang on for UT Austin. Some lockups in PLL going to hurt him a bit, and he's going to get an 8.59. So Jeremy able to take set number 6 for UT Austin. Moving on, we have a Group D matchup between UCLA and UCF. Ultimately going to be a tough match for UCF, but we'll take a look at a solve that Sonny just barely takes for UCF here. Allen going to get a 9 flat. Not a bad solve for him, but Sonny doing really well here in F2L. Moving into PLL at 7 seconds, and he's just going to barely squeak out a win with a 8.91. Moving all the way down to set number 6. Sean going to get a 6.02, but a +2 into an 8.02. City looking to keep this matchup going with a win here. Going into PLL around 6 seconds. He's going to get an 8.09 and not able to lock in that final solve by just 0.07 of a second. So UCLA going to be able to handle UCF quite well. Moving on, we have a Group H matchup between Columbia and Texas A&M. Columbia going to handle Texas A&M really well. Maddie getting set number 3 kicked off with a 4.9. Just a great solve from him. But Columbia going to be able to hold Texas A&M to no solves won. Going to be an absolute clean sweep from him. It's going to get kind of close here in set number 5 between Kimberlin and Sutton. Sutton getting a 9.2. Kimberlin going to cut it a little bit close with an 8.56. Moving into the final set, we're just going to look at a couple of 4s from Maddie. Going to round off this matchup with a 5.53 in solve number 1, a 4.59 in solve number 2 here. He's going to get another 4 following this. Just incredible to watch him solve. Very quick, a 4.6. Going to be a great average from him. But Columbia going to be able to take every single solve from Texas A&M and clean sweep their second match. Next up, we have a Group E matchup between University of Pennsylvania and USC. Jason sweeping Manu in the first set for UPenn. UPenn going up 1-0 on USC, but in set number 2, Tarun doing pretty good against Parth. Parth coming in as a bit of a favorite, but not doing so well against Tarun. Tarun going to come in on solve number 3 with a 10.12. Going to give some room for Parth to come in and take a solve here. And that's exactly what he's going to do with a 9.45, taking his one and only solve of that set. Moving into set number 3, Darren coming in as a heavy favorite, up 2-0 on Richard. We're going to get some massive lockups at the end of F2L. That's going to cost him quite a lot of time. Going to get a 9.67, slower than his other 2 solves, getting 2 7s at the beginning of set number 3. But this is going to give some room for Richard to work here. One of our very few Rue solvers in CCC. He's going to get 7.8, get the job done, and get a solve up on the board for USC. Ultimately, though, Darren's going to come away with the W and he's going to do it in style. Super fast TPS on this final solve of set number 3, and it's going to pay off spectacularly for him. He's going to come away with a 5.4 to round off set number 3. Moving on to set number 4, Manu looking to redeem himself a little bit after getting swept in set number 1. Jason getting 11.3 in solve number 2. Manu doing quite well here, and he's going to get a 10.93 and able to squeak away with a win. And now solve number 4 of set number 4, we're going to see an extreme display of dedication here from Manu. Some mix-ups in F2L with the solve already lost. He's going to sit here. He's going to search deep into his subconscious. Slowly, he's going to piece it together, and he's going to do it. He's going to find the ZB, and if you ask me, that's enough for a win in my book. We're moving on to set number 5. Again, Par struggling against Tarun, down 0-1 against him. Par is going to get things started off on solve number 2 here with a 9.04. And he's actually going to be able to take that solve from Tarun, but ultimately, UPenn going to come away with the W. But that's going to be it for week 5 of the CCC. Stay tuned for some more highlight reels to come in the next few weeks or so. And thanks for watching.